Hello, I hope y'all are having a great day. It's November 13th, and today I'm back with another video, of course. So today I'm going to be talking about several things. I'm going to be talking about severe weather, winter storms, that kind of stuff. Nothing significant, so nothing that's really going to be too much of a big deal. Uh, but yeah, so let's get started. So you can see today we do have a slight risk for areas of Connecticut and Massachusetts there. So let's go over to the HRRR and take some soundings on Pivotal here. So this is 1 p.m. We see the HRRR indicates a little line of storms moving from southeastern New York down to central New Jersey, and they're moving pretty much east. Let's take a few soundings, and we can see definitely mostly a damaging wind threat. I'll take a sounding right by New York City, and yeah, still it doesn't look like much of a hail or tornado threat. Definitely, I do think today is going to be mainly a damaging wind threat. The SPC does have a 2% TOR risk out, which I do kind of agree with. We do have some shear that could support some very brief, weak tornadoes. I don't think, yeah, I think that's pretty much all we're going to see if we do get anything. Instability is very limited today. I definitely do think it's just going to mainly be a damaging wind threat with some smaller, very small hail, and like the chance of a weak, brief tornado. I think that's the main threat today. Pretty much what the SPC is saying. So yeah, that is today. I don't think. Yeah, it's probably all. That's all I'm going to talk about today. It's pretty simple for the Northeast there. Now let's talk about our. The next thing I want to talk about is the this clipper right here. So we're gonna see this clipper. This is this afternoon. Go over to the NAM model here, and this is this afternoon, and we have some snow across North Dakota, coming into Minnesota here, Fargo, Grand Forks, getting in on this. You can see by this evening, this is 9 p.m., depending on where you live. We have our low right here, and a nice shield of snow that goes from northern Minnesota, even still eastern North Dakota, down into northwestern Illinois. And this low kind of goes to the southeast here. By Sunday early, or not early, this is pretty much right before sunrise. We have a decent amount of snow falling across Wisconsin, UP, and Michigan. And then this is Sunday. This is Sunday evening now. It's 8 p.m. Or 7 p.m. because of the time change. We can see we just have a lot of snow kind of mixing in across areas of Ohio, PA, New York, and Michigan. It's going to be kind of spotty, as you can see indicated on the NAM here. We can clearly see the Great Lakes. I guess waters are. I think that's happening because waters are too warm, which could mean that it's colder over land probably. And because the Great Lakes from the summer they're still pretty warm, and so it's a bit harder for the snow there right now. And then we can see as we go in overnight, Sunday night and the Monday morning here, we have a decent amount of snow falling across New York, PA, Vermont, New Hampshire, into Maine, and that kind of moves out. Now let's take a look at our total snowfall here. This might be a little bit overdone because it's a 10-to-1 ratio, but we can still get an idea here. So we could be seeing I wouldn't be surprised if we see like 3 or 4 inches in northern Minnesota up towards Grand Forks. Maybe around an inch for areas of Wisconsin, 2 inches maybe in western Wisconsin. And then some higher totals across Ohio into the interior Northeast. So that's that winter storm. Not really winter storm. That's really just a little clipper. We see those very, very frequently in the winter. We can see Tuesday. That's going to be very windy across the plains. We do have a very mean, I guess you could say a strong, I mean, or deep. We have a 983 millibar low pressure in southern Canada. No, really not, what's interesting about this is we don't really have moisture for anything in the U.S. We can see that's going to be bringing some good snow up in Canada. And it will be very windy across the plains, so Tuesday, the GFS indicates that. And as we go towards Wednesday and Thursday, though, next week, this could be our next cold front for the east here. Thursday, Friday, then we have that. So I mean, really nothing big over the next couple of days. It doesn't look to be too active or anything. But we can see the European is pretty similar with this. Really, that's not going to be bringing much snow to us, to the U.S. Just some colder air, maybe some snow mixing in the backside of the cold front in the northeast. That's pretty much it. And then looks like we could see our next storm system around next weekend. The Euro is a bit off about that, but wow, that. See, I would love we're getting closer to that time where the GFS has like these. If you remember, like winters ago, the GFS would have, like every winter, the GFS has these like giant winter storms to the southeast, like 300 hours out. So they're never gonna happen. It's just fun to look at. It's kind of similar to one of those because I really doubt this is gonna happen. Know what this reminds me of, though? This reminds me of the storm system from the end of November last year that brought snow to areas of North Georgia on November 30th. I remember that. Areas of Alabama, Tennessee, and heavier snow from Kentucky and Ohio. It kind of reminds me that it looks like that, but I don't think we're gonna. I don't think we're actually gonna see that. Looks like maybe we could see our next storm system as we go towards next weekend, the 20th and the 21st. And then I guess the last thing we're gonna look at is temperatures here. I want to go over to the Euro for temperatures because I feel like the Euro is better at forecasting temperatures. I just feel like it is. So we could see. This is low temperatures tomorrow morning. We do have freeze warnings out for the southeast here. We can see, I think, good area or good amount of the southeast. We'll see their first freeze tomorrow morning. See, we have a little bit of a warm nose pushing up into the Midwest on the Euro here, and colder air back towards the northern plains in the upper Midwest. Southwest is still pretty warm. And then, we see behind that little clipper, we do have a little bit more cold air for the north. Here we can see these are temperatures Monday afternoon. We're stuck in the 50s across areas like Atlanta, Birmingham, and Columbia. And clear warm nose pushing up across the high plains, really the whole plains here. Even picking up into the 60s up in northern Montana. Oh, wow, Grand Forks, North Dakota is in the 30s. We're right around freezing. We see this. We do see once again. We see this a lot in the winter months. This warm nose right here, and we see cold across the Great Lakes, northeast here. And yeah, so that's that. And we can see us next cold front Thursday and Friday here. These are temperatures Thursday evening. Already down into the teens in Grand Forks there. We'll see if that actually happens. 40s, 30s for most of the Great Lakes down to the south. We can see some colder air with this cold front as well. Temperatures Saturday afternoon, next Saturday. So this is going to be I wouldn't take these temperatures like literally. I just take these. I mean, yeah, I think you know what I mean. because it's not going to be completely correct this far out. I mean, I do think the Euro might be a bit more correct a week out than the GFS is. But yeah, so this is Saturday afternoon here next week. We can see pretty chilly for the whole country here, with the exception of Texas and Florida, of course. But I mean, 50s, like low 50s in Atlanta, mid 50s in Columbia, mid 50s down in Birmingham and Montgomery. So pretty cold even up in the north. I mean, for the northern half of the country, it's not as cold as it is this weekend in some areas, but it's still gonna be pretty cold. Pretty average up there, I guess you could say. But yeah, that wrap up this video. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. And I should be back tomorrow. But yes, goodbye.